Hi, Scott Mathias here again. How are you going? I hope you're doing well. Right now we're going to be doing some cashew nut milk. It's a prerequisite basically for any refrigerator. Hang on a sec, I'll just turn my dehydrator off. I can't hear what I'm saying. I've got some dried vegetables going on in the dehydrator at the moment to actually put together a soup mix. These are winter vegetables and things that you can actually get to really simple, but we'll talk about those further on. Toast, are you okay? Good man. It's in the evening where I am right now, so he's sort of hanging out, having a bit of a rest. Soak 1 and a bit cups of raw cashews overnight, okay? Very straightforward. I always go a little bit higher on the 1 cup because what I want to do is actually fill up the 750 ml bottle of water. Probably end up with a little bit of extra, which I'll drink in the moment. Once they're soaked, pour the soaking water off in the morning and just add them to your Vitamix like so. Alright, and then just add the water to it. Now this is as simple as it gets. It can't get any simpler than this. Now interestingly enough, that's about 2 large glasses of water, which is about right. Okay. At the end of what we're going to be doing here, we're going to end up with a lovely cheese as well. The idea with milk, very short, sharp, turn it on, bring it up to 10. The thing about the Vitamix, it actually reduces the nut to a paste to milk very, very quickly. Let it sit for a few moments after a moment or two so the nutrients just pour out of it, and then give it another burl. Okay, that's basically all it needs in order to break that up and make it happen, because we want to actually still retain some of the nut in order to get some cheese out of it, which I'm going to do something else with later on. Get yourself a nut bag. It's really, really simple. It's a piece of cloth basically with a whole lot of holes in it so that the milk will actually come through it. You can use muslin cloth, which works brilliantly well. And what we're going to do is just take this off here and pour it directly into the nut bag, into this other jar, or this other bowl, shall I say. It's beautiful. It's lovely and creamy. It's rich in texture. There's no bits in the bottom because it's all milk at the moment. Let's put that straight in there. And just lift that up, and now we begin the squeezing process. So all this beautiful milk just pours out of the paste which was left in the bottom of the Vitamizer. Oh, just stunning. Now, the nutrient value of cashew milk is extremely high, okay? It's pure nutrient. The most important thing about it is it's alive, even though it's in a crushed state like this, and I'm taking the paste out of it, or taking the milk out and just leaving the paste. It is extremely alive. And if you have anybody in your family, or you know of anybody with a child that's having any dairy intolerances, get them onto a nut milk. And what I suggest is using almonds and soaking almonds. 1 cup of almonds to 2 cups of water. This is essentially 1 and a bit cups of cashew to 2 glasses, 2 cups of water. And you'll find that the child will be able to take that milk into their system so much easily. And if there are any detractors in the family around you, just say, go Google a research on it, because essentially the proteins in the almonds or the nuts, don't go for heavy things like Brazil nuts, because they're actually too fatty for a kid, really. I mean, they're almost too fatty for me. I mean, I take some into my body, but I tend to just do cashews and almonds. You'll find that a child will be able to cope with the milk very, very well. Don't need to do anything to it. You don't need to add any sweeteners to it. And you noticed I've not added anything to this. No salt, no agave, no coconut palm sugar. So I'm just basically just getting all that out of here now. And it does squirtle everywhere. I need another bowl to sit this into. And that is just delicious. Now, I tend to personally just make small amounts of cheese from the nuts as a result of the nut milk. You can double quantities. Okay, so if you go for 2 cups of nuts soaked overnight, then go for 4 cups of water. and you'll find that basically you end up with a lovely residue on the bottom. It's quite sloppy. And obviously the longer you soak them as well, I found that the less paste you get because the nut is a lot softer. So I'm just going to take that out of here now. That's pretty well done. Oh, the feeling of that is just amazing on your hands. It's just so rich and natural and pure. It's just delicious. I'll just pop this into here. Now we're going to save that. Don't throw the paste out by any means, okay? It's really, really important to hold on to that nut paste because that's going to be very handy for a whole lot of beautiful things that I have in mind for it. Now we're going to just pour this into here. So I'll just get a pouring out of here. Oh, it is behind me all ready to go. You'll find a lot easier if you actually just pour it into a jug. Now you see how easy this is? It's just phenomenal. And this is the milk. This is pure milk. There's nothing else added to it. It's 100% raw. It's 100% pure. And it's 1,000,000% nutritious for the body. The funny thing is, you know, the body's not designed to take dairy products, and I proved that, you know, growing up in New Zealand and being force-fed dairy products at such an early age. You know, in the last few months, since I've been actually just really contemplating this whole issue of where I've come from in the context of my nutritional matrix, it really did corrupt my whole system. And I really do implore you, and I encourage you to actually examine, you know, what you're eating and where you're at right now and disengage from all these old world. So there we go. It's pretty amazing. So that's very much the outcome of the production process. I've got a lovely, beautiful bottle of milk. I'll put the lid on that. Now, if I wasn't talking, of course, this would take just a few moments to do. And then you're left with the cheese, which I'm going to further process. And I'll post photographs of that as well so that you can see what that looks like. And I'm going to do things with that cheese in later videos. It's really handy. And I tell you what, you can really blow the minds of your friends and your neighbors out completely when you actually deliver them up a nut cheese with a few goodies in it. So there we go. Just to recap, 1 1/2 cups of soaked cashew nuts overnight. Turn the water off next morning, okay? Put them into the Vitamix, add 2 1/2 cups, or I actually just filled the 750 ml bottle with water, pour that in so you know what you're getting, then Vitamax it, and away you go. And then just pour it off, all right? Have one in your fridge the whole time, and just remember, in order to be healthy, you've got to think things through. You really have to think things through, okay? So until the next video, be good. Cheers now.